Hi everyone, in today's video we are talking about those products that have not just been okay, they are those products that have knocked me off my feet, completely and utterly blown me away. So we're gonna get straight on with it. If you're new here, hi, my name's Gemma. I upload new videos on YouTube every single week and I would absolutely love it if by the end of this video you found it helpful. You consider clicking on that like button, the subscribe button, and also the notification bell. So before we crack on, I just want to thank Current Body for once again sponsoring this video today. They have been such a huge supporter of my channel. I am super grateful. They have some amazing products on their website. I highly recommend you go and check it out. I am going to be featuring one of the products that you can buy on their website in this video today, and it has quite literally knocked my socks off. So let's get on with it. So this is it. This is the SMOOTHSKIN Bare Plus Ultra Fast IPL hair removal device. And you know what? I've never been interested in trying an IPL hair removal device before. I get asked at least once a week from a company that maybe I've never heard of before if I want to try one out. And usually the answer is no. But when Current Body approached me, it's a website that I trust. I know they don't sell rubbish on their website. I jumped at the chance and I am so glad that I did. So I am going to show you how I use this, but let's do a little bit of bump. So this is super quick and easy to use. It's also totally pain-free. And I was a little nervous when this first touched my skin and I did my first zap, because I've been told devices would be pain-free before and they haven't ended up being totally pain-free, and it sort of jolted me a little bit. This completely pain-free, effortless to use. There is a little bit of warmth to it, but nothing hot. So the device uses pulsed light, which zaps the hair follicle, in turn killing most of the hair follicle, preventing that hair from regrowing. This can stunt your hair growth in just 4 weeks. And let me tell you, for me, it was less than 4 weeks. I would say this was pretty immediate. My hair started growing back much slower immediately. And within 2 weeks, there was a noticeable difference in the regrowth of my hair. In just 3 months, and I've not been using this for 3 months yet, I've been using it for around 5 to 6 weeks, but I can tell you that the signs are positive. A lot of people say that they see a decrease in hair regrowth of up to 97%, which is absolutely unbelievable. So you can use this on your legs, your body, your underarms, your bikini line, and your face. I haven't been using this on my face, but I have been using this on my legs, my underarms, and my bikini line, and had great success with all those 3 areas. I think with this product, consistency is probably key. You are supposed to use it once a week for 4 weeks, and then after that 4 weeks, you then use it every 2 to 4 weeks for regular top-ups. This will give you unlimited flashes, and it is super quick to get through a leg if you use the continuous pulse mode. If you are going to use the continuous pulse mode, the pulses will slow down a little bit as you continuously use the device in that one treatment, because the device will get a little warm and it will want to cool itself down so not to overheat. So just bear that in mind. This device has totally knocked me sideways. I had no idea that I was going to see results as quickly as I have. This is just amazing. I wouldn't recommend it for everybody though. I'm going to put a picture on the screen that's on the Current Body website, so if you want to take another look, just go and check the website out, and it's got more information on there. But not everybody is going to see the results that I've seen. So this is going to work better on somebody with light skin and dark hair. So if you have really blonde hair on your face, your underarms, your body, your legs, your bikini line, you may not see the results that I have seen. Newsflash, I may have blonde hair on my head. It ain't real. The rest of the hair on my body is really quite dark, and I think that is why I have seen the results that I have seen. Fair skin, dark hair. Definitely successful for me. So I know I keep saying that I've seen really quick results. I wanted to show you before and afters. The problem with that is, because I've had such great results from this, my hair on my legs, underarms, etc. is growing back so slowly, I'm struggling to take the after shots because you can't really see any hair poking through the skin. I used the device 2 weeks ago and I'm not ready for a top-up treatment yet. I'm on my 6th week, so I'm now taking a couple of weeks off. Next week I will do another treatment. There is literally no hair on my underarms and on my legs that I can show you right now. So I'm gonna see how long that takes to poke through, and I will come back and show you my afters. So I'll put a link to the SMOOTHSKIN Bare Plus IPL device in the description box below for anybody that wants to check them out. For me, my results speak for themselves. My hair grows quite quickly and I've not had to shave my legs in 2 weeks. I mean, wow. Moving on to another amazing product. This is from Huda Beauty and it's the Fauxfilter Concealer. This comes in 29 different shades. It's sweat proof, it's transfer proof, it's crease proof for up to 14 hours. This gives a soft focus finish and it's non-drying with no alcohol, no fragrance and no essential oils. Hallelujah. Now this is a little bit more finicky on me, and if you have super dry patches underneath your eyes, you may not like this. There have been the odd occasion whilst I've been trying this out where I have had severely dry patches underneath my eyes and this has clung to those dry areas, so that's a word of warning for you. Now I majorly prep the area with a lot of moisturiser and I don't have any issues. Today I'm a little bit disappointed with this because for some unknown reason, I have no idea what possessed me this morning, I started applying my foundation and applied foundation underneath my eyes and then this over the top, and I know I can't do that. I cannot do that, so it's slightly creased a little bit underneath my eyes. If I don't do that and I don't apply too much, which definitely isn't necessary because this is pigmented enough, it offers enough coverage, it really does cover and smooth very well, so you don't need to apply too much. But if I don't apply too much, this doesn't crease on me. It is quite easy to apply a little bit too much than is necessary, so I apply it on the back of my hand and then apply it underneath the eye. I have had issues with this with certain skincare. When I was trying it out for the first time, I didn't have any makeup on my face whatsoever and it didn't blend into bare skin very well. Probably because of the skincare that I had on my skin at the time. But over makeup, this blends superbly well. So a full face of makeup, this is just gorgeous. You can have issues if you don't apply this correctly though, and I will show you in a future video how I apply this to get the best results. But taking all that into account, this is still wowed me. One thing I forgot to mention about this is they don't have very good shade descriptions on the website, and usually I am quite a fair shade in concealer because I like to really brighten underneath my eyes and I have fair skin to begin with, so usually I go for a really light shade, and I ordered 2 shades initially to hopefully get the right shade and they were way too light. So if you have really fair skin, you are going to be able to find a shade for you because they go really, really light. The shade that I have now is the shade Meringue 2.1N, but on those fake tan days, I go for the shade Coconut Flakes in 2.7N, so really quite high up. I don't think I've ever got into the 2s with any sort of concealer or foundation. Yeah, just whoa, really, really good shade range. Moving on to the next amazing product, and this is also affordable. This is the BARRYM Fresh Faced Cheek and Lip Tint. It is lovely. Let me tell you, this should have featured in my Drugstore Better Than High-End video from earlier on in the week, and I completely forgot to mention it during that video, which is why it's featuring in this one and not that one. Seriously should have been in there. I will put it in the next one in the series because it's just stunning and really, really beautiful. The dewiness on the cheek is really fresh and it's super, super pigmented, but not too pigmented that it's scary pigmented, that you all end up looking like Aunt Sally afterwards. Does everybody know who Aunt Sally is? Has anybody seen Wurzel Gummidge? I feel like I've mentioned this in my videos before and everybody from the US was like, what? Look him up. It's actually quite scary stuff. It would not be allowed these days. But I used to love it. So this is the shade Peachy Glow. It's gorgeous. It does have a glowy, fresh, dewy, but non-sticky feel when you blend this in, and I've applied way too much. You do not need this amount. This looks scary on the back of my hand, like who would want their cheeks to be this colour? Definitely not me, but once it's blended out, I mean, oh, it just looks lovely. And it can look understated as well once it's blended and melted into the cheek. This just blends out beautifully. It is infused with vitamin C, but it is a really low level vitamin C. So to date, this hasn't affected me, not given me any skin congestion or anything. And it does have hyaluronic acid for the plump and for the glow. Really love it. Just gorgeous. Moving on to a product that's really baffled me why more people aren't talking about this. It's from Wonder 2 and it's the Must Have Matte Lip Pencils. This is out of this world. It is creamy, it is smooth, it's easy to use. You don't need to sharpen it because it has one of those spinny chair goes up, chair goes down sort of things, and it's long lasting and non-drying. So all you have to do is spin the end and more product is dispensed out of the tube. I put this on earlier on and I actually popped it all over the body of my lip and then I applied a lip gloss over the top. I've just had something to eat, so halfway through this video I took a little break because I've got Bee off sick at the moment, so I wanted to go downstairs, check on her, get her something to eat. Had something to eat myself while I was down there, and all of the lip gloss came off and all of the lip pencil was still intact. After eating, after drinking, it's wonderful. It really is great. So super comfortable on the lips. Just completely confused why more people aren't shouting about this. I'm not sure whether it's because you can't get it all over the world or, I mean, what is it? No idea. It is great. This next product was supposed to be in one of my videos where I was trying on new products and I completely forgot to use it. I've used it since. It is just glorious, absolutely beautiful. Now this is from Givenchy. You all know, if you've been a regular to my channel, that I love the brand Givenchy. Yes, it's an expensive brand. Yes, this is an expensive product, but for me personally, and this may not be the same for you, it's worth every penny because it's multi-purpose. So you can use this as a primer, you can use this as a hydrating mist, you can use this as a setting spray, and you can use this as an SPF. I would definitely say do not use this as your standalone SPF, but this is a great topper for that added bit of protection. So this is the Prisme Libre Prep and Set Glow Mist, and this is great for anybody that wants that youthful glow, that really glow from within sort of look. I've really got into wearing more matte foundations recently. If I just want to give that matte foundation a little bit more life, I'll use this underneath the matte foundation. The matte foundation will still look matte, but it will just look a little bit more skin-like. If I've got a matte foundation and then just think, oh, this looks a little bit heavy, maybe it looks a little bit powdery, I want to take the edge off that, this is great to give that foundation a bit of glow on the surface. If you do not want glow to your foundation, do not use this over the top. Use it underneath. This has the finest mist. I don't think you can even see that on camera. It is so fine. And the scent, oh, so beautiful. It's not an old-fashioned scent. It's a really uplifting, fresh scent. Just love everything about it. And you know, my favorite person in flannels, Paul on the Givenchy counter, always lets me know when there's brand new things that come in stock so I can nip down and go and buy it. He told me about this ages ago. I've had this for ages and never mentioned it. Today is the day. It is amazing. And finally, the last product in this video is one that I think I'm a little late to the game on. I remember everybody talking about a complete dupe for the ABH Brow Freeze, which I was a huge fan of. Don't use it very often anymore because I've found other things that I really, really like. But I heard a lot of people say that this was a dupe. I think it's new in the UK. Am I wrong here? I've never tried this up until last week and I'm super impressed. Really impressed and annoyed at myself for not buying this sooner. This is from e.l.f. and it is the Brow Lift. Now, before I go into the positives about the product, I just want to sidestep a little bit and just mention something that is a little bit negative, but as this has been my experience with elfcosmetics.co.uk a couple of times now, I feel like I really do need to mention it, especially if it turns out when I'm doing the links for this that you can only buy it from that website. I feel like I need to prepare you all if you live in the UK. So I placed my order at elfcosmetics.co.uk probably 10 or 11 days, maybe a little bit longer before this arrived. I got little to no communication. I emailed them, asked them where it was. They just sent me a tracking link which said that the company that was going to get this to me, which I'm not quite sure if it was Royal Mail or, no, it wasn't Royal Mail, it was a different courier company. It was on the way to that, but it hadn't actually made its way there yet. And I just thought, what? It's been like 7 days or so and they haven't even received the package yet. So I waited a long time, ended up emailing them again and saying, just refund the order. Do you know what? I'm just not bothered anymore. It's not worth the hassle. The day later, it arrived. This has not just been my experience with that website once. It's been a couple of times. So the first time I just thought, you know, everybody's experiencing problems at the moment. Maybe it's that. But this seems to be a running thing with them. So if you are wanting to order anything from the e.l.f. website, if you've got your eye on something, just be warned, that has been my experience. If you do place your order and you're needing your product in a rush, it's probably not going to get there in time. So I was really disappointed with the service that I got. Really disappointed, which is such a shame because it's a great brand. Back to the positivity, let's talk about the product. This is extremely similar to the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Freeze. The only difference for me is that it's slightly not as stiff as the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Freeze. It's slightly softer to the touch. It's more like a gel when you put it into the brows. But the thing that I prefer about this than the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Freeze is that this hardens. And I never thought that the Anastasia Beverly Hills, gosh, that's such a long name, isn't it? That the ABH Brow Freeze actually did harden. It held the brows in place and it was great, but they remained slightly soft. This definitely thickens them, stiffens them, holds them in place. They are not budging at all. It's a bit like putting a hair gel on your brows and that hardening process. You can feel it hardening and then whew, they are there, they are going nowhere. So I prefer that about this than the higher end product from ABH. I think it's really, really easy to use. You do have to move quite quickly with this, otherwise it gets a little bitty in the brows, in my experience. But as long as I've prepped, I can say hand on heart, I prefer this over the ABH Brow Freeze. And it's something like £6. I mean, can't go wrong. So that's it for this video. I really hope you found it helpful. Do let me know what you've thought about it in the comments section. I will put a link to the SMOOTHSKIN Bare Plus IPL device in the description box for anybody that's wanting to find out a little bit more information about how you can get your hands on that. Do let me know in the comments section which products you've tried that have wowed you beyond belief, and hopefully if I haven't tried those out, I will try them in a future video. Hope to see you all in the next one. Bye everyone.